Welcome, basketball fans, to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Damon Bruce. We're getting the All-Star Weekend underway in style with the annual Rookie Challenge, pitting the NBA's rookies against the sophomores. Now let's head out to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. We'll have more from the studio at the half.
Welcome, everyone. And now, presented by State Farm, we take a look at the matchups for a tip-off coming up moments from now. First for the rookies. Ball out there with Landry Fields. And it's DeMarcus Cousins knocking down the middle. Then it's Johnson, and it's Griffin in at the power forward. And for the sophomores, Steph Curry's out there with Tyreek Evans. And it's Dwan Blair out of Pitt knocking down the middle. Then it's Matthews, and it's Ibaka in at the power forward. Now, here is Ibaka.
It would be really hard to imagine this game not being a part of All-Star Weekend at this point. I mean, it's proved to be one of the more exciting parts since it's been added to the festivities. You know, he's a guy who hasn't gotten as much playing time as he'd like during the regular season.
Yeah, still paying his dues, so it's got to be fun for him to come into a game like this.
No prettier shot than the finger roll, smooth and beautiful. It's a joy to see.
Back to what you said, it really has served as a fantastic undercard to the All-Star game.
I think for the casual NBA fan, Kevin, it gives them a chance to see the talent of the future and to see potential great players down the road. And you catch them at an early age, it's kind of fun.
Now let's send it down to Doris Burke, who is able to talk with John Kuster.
Coach told me as much as he'd love to see some defense and good offensive sets, he knows that there won't be much of either in this one. He said, quote, sometimes as a coach you just have to let go and let the young fellas go have some fun.
And thank you, Doris.
Not many know how the selection process works for the rosters of these teams. It is actually the assistant coaches from around the league who do the voting to decide who represents the rookies and the sophomores.
Nice shot by Evans.
And we're seeing right here the defense is definitely optional.
Yeah, and we're seeing which option the players are taking.
It's Fields outside. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Fields has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. And just to add to the selection process, Clark, you just talked about with the assistants making the move, you know, it just makes sense, Steve, I think, to have the assistant coaches get their say in this roster. They study the game as closely as anyone.
Well, Kevin, to use kind of a Clark Kellogg type analogy, I mean, if you're going to do the cooking, I mean, don't you want to be able to buy the groceries? And they're on fire. They've made 4 straight shots to get this thing going.
Outside Curry. Here's Evans. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. 6 points for Tyreek Evans.
Well, it never gets old to see the incredible talent on display here at All-Star Weekend.
Yeah.
This year is no different.
Well, pretty much all of the events are a lot of fun to watch, and it's a combination of tremendous skill and entertainment. You can't beat it.
And Blair gets it to go.
Well, you run down the list of past MVPs in this game, it's really impressive. Just goes to show that this game can really launch young players into the spotlight.
And now the first timeout called here for the rookies. Back to what you mentioned, Clark, last year was John Wall as MVP, but Kevin Durant, Carmelo Anthony, Amari Stoudemire, Steve, they've all held that same title.
Yeah, some elite company there, and if you want to make a name for yourself and make a splash in the NBA, taking home that MVP trophy in the Rookie Challenge is a good place to start.
Taj Gibson's checked in for the sophomores. DeRozan comes in for Wesley Matthews. Now here's Wall. Here's Johnson, and that comes off the assist by John Wall.
Boy, the bucket's coming fast and furious.
All offense out there, but that's what this game is all about.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And that's 13 points for Steph Curry. And here we go with John Wall. And Curry picks him up defensively. And Wall kicks to Neal. And Griffin backs in. Over Gibson. And that one's good. Griffin.
Very lax defense. Both teams are just getting a sweat going. They haven't really got into the defense yet.
Well, Steve, you've watched these games before. That's not a big surprise. Saving some of that energy for the offensive fireworks is what they're doing.
Wall makes good on the step-back jumper. Wall's got 6. There's the 3. And Stephen Curry another 3.
He looks good, getting it done consistently from deep.
Steve, I know you love the 3-ball, and he's been sharp, kind of like Steve Kerr used to be.
He feeds it to Neal. The pass to Monroe. Ibaka on him. He kicks it to Johnson. The 3, and the basket good. He has 6.
And they answer right back with that 3.
It's a good old shootout. The fans are enjoying this show.
He's put on an offensive clinic. They've got to deny him the ball.
Yeah, and if that fails, then double him, Steve. I mean, they can't allow him to continue to hurt him like this.
Now here's Johnson. He has 6. Right side Wall. The 3. Shot's good. Johnson's got 9 points.
Well, another uncontested 3 there. They've got to make some kind of an adjustment. I mean, they're giving up way too many open 3s.
Well, the last 5 hoops, 3 have come off wide open 3-pointers, Clark. So it's one thing to give up 1, but you start giving 3-pointers up in bunches, you're in big trouble.
Gibson against Griffin. Here's Neal. 6 to shoot. Here's Monroe. And here comes Curry. 6-point lead. Evans. And unable to corral the miss, and it goes on a play. Got it off in time. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Sophomores out front. They lead by 6.
How about the 3-point shooting? The scoring has really come in bunches from long range.
Yeah, it seems like every time down the floor they're knocking down the triple.
We'll be back momentarily. And we're back. Always a pleasure to see the rookies and the sophomores going at it. Thanks for joining us. This one has been fun so far.
Kevin, so far, spectacular plays all over.
Well, it's the young legs. All that bounce makes for some impressive finishes.
Here's Bledsoe. Dishes it to Neal. There's the triple. That's good.
Well, one thing we're noticing here tonight, both teams pretty much taking care of the ball, which is impressive in a game like this.
Yeah, it really is, Steve. I mean, typically in a game like this, the players and teams can be a little loose, but that hasn't been the case so far.
Not too surprising to have so few fouls here.
Yeah, you know what? I think part of it is the officiating, Steve. They get a little more leeway from the officials to the players, but some credit has to go to the players as well. I mean, no need to be overly aggressive in this kind of game format. You know, the defense in transition typically is trained to protect the rim and the paint first, and those are the type of open looks you can get from beyond the arc under those circumstances.
And Fields kicks to Favors. Money from the wing. Favors has got his first basket. And here's the sophomores. Favors against Matthews. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play.
I think you wanted some one-on-one time with the rim. He wasn't letting that thing go.
Now, a little pose up there hanging on the rim, just kind of showing off a little bit, Clark.
Wesley Johnson's checked in for Gary Neal. And the rookies call time here.
You got to keep everybody on the same page. They need to get their heads together. That's the goal.
Here's Bledsoe. Guarded by Holiday. From deep. And that one's good. Johnson's got 12.
That's 4 of their last 5 coming from long range. This offense is cooking.
Yeah, it's rolling, really rolling. And defensively, they kept collapsing, Steve, and leaving them open. So now they're in trouble. They're in a real dilemma now.
Fields against Jennings. Here's Monroe. Deflected. And that one's good by Favors. Favors got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's exactly what they had in mind on that possession.
And it's rookie's ball. 7-point differential. Matthews with the steal. Shoots over Monroe. And Matthews gets it to go. Matthews has got his second basket. Now Bledsoe. Pass to Fields. And Jennings picks him up defensively. And that is good. Fields has got 6 points.
Good team play there. You move the ball until you find the right shot for the right person.
They're a well-oiled machine, Steve. I mean, working extremely well as a cohesive unit. Every pass delivered on time and on target. A lot of ball movement and player movement. It's a thing of beauty.
Here's what the sophomores have going. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Blair. And Taj Gibson is subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. And then for the rookies, Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Favors. Gary Neal comes in for Wesley Johnson. And John Wall's subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Goes up low, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, that should be a rule. No layups. Protect the paint. Make them earn every point.
Yeah, I think that's just tough, hard-nosed, smash-mouth basketball. Make your opponent earn their points from the line. Don't give up any layup.
Here's Fields, up and in on the layup. Fields has got 5 points now in the quarter.
So many things that this guy can do with the ball.
And the sophomores call their first time out of the game.
He's dialed in from long range. They got to stay in his hip pocket and deny him the catch.
The sophomores making some changes. Tawan Blair, who's checked in for Gibson. Evans comes in for Brandon Jennings. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Drew Holiday. Evans' shot is good.
Oh, they're getting scorched by all these open threes they're giving up.
Yeah, it's really been the biggest pitfall for this club so far tonight. So many wide open looks for the opponent.
Outside, Fields. That's good. Fields has got 11 points.
And he'll look for the 3 anytime he can get it, especially in transition.
Curry backing down. Shot is blocked. It's a neck-and-neck game here in Los Angeles. Even numbers, 4-on-4. Wall passes to Monroe. Curry knocks it away. And here we go with Tyreke Evans. 9 points in the game so far. And Matthews throws it down.
Wow. Look how quick he flashes to the rim there for the dunk.
59 seconds left in the first half of the game. Curry with the steal. And the dunk by Evans.
Boy, that was great. Just a fantastic dunk. Beautiful.
The crowd in the building loves it. The fans at home love it. I'd call that a... juicy dunk right there. Classy.
Here's Neal, covered by Evans. Here's Fields, and it's rejected. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by Evans.
So a couple of poor possessions now in a row consecutively. Both times turnover. That's not productive. basketball. That's not winning basketball.
Now, Clark, you start stringing errors back-to-back together, you lose all momentum in this game.
Outside, Wall. And Monroe kicks to Wall. And a beautiful feed. Leads to a monster jam.
You know, his athleticism kind of sneaks up on you. You forget about how athletic he is until he makes a play like that.
What a powerful move to the hoop, Steve.
Yes, sir.
Kind of catches you off guard, doesn't it? Because he's got those little legs, and then all of a sudden, bam, he just explodes.
And so that brings the first half to a close. And it's more NBA action coming your way here on 2K Sports.
And welcome everyone to an all-star break edition of HP at the half. Let's get you started. The sophomores are ahead against the rookies. Offensively, they've been unstoppable, getting everything they want. Stephen Curry with an amazing start. He's now up to 20 points. He's been dynamic on both ends of the court, finding teammates, playing tough D on the other end. The rookies have been plugging away. They've limited the second chance buckets. They've been crashing the defensive glass, playing big on the defensive end. Wesley Johnson's been on a roll in the first half. The bucket looks about 5 feet wide for him. He hasn't missed one shot. Can you believe it? These two have been the stars so far today, both leading their teams in scoring. Thanks so much for joining me at halftime. We send you back out to Kevin and the gang.
And welcome back to the All-Star Rookie Challenge. And as always, a great stage for these talented young players.
These young guns showing us what they can do right now.
And so much great young talent coming into the league. No better place to see it than right here.
Cousins. And here are the sophomores. Tipped.
And you're asking a lot out of your teammate to try to handle that pass. I don't like that decision at all.
It's stolen by Ibaka. Fields with the steal.
Excellent anticipation. As soon as that pass was in the air, he was on the move and picked it off.
Blair is tagged with the reach. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Wall. Goes up. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Wall's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the rookies. And Steph Curry gets the three.
Well, you know, he's obviously a very popular player, but look at the numbers for his team that he's put up this year. Just outstanding.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Steve. He's been making it happen, clearly focused, and I know he's looking to continue that effort for the second half of the season as well.
That's a lot of height for the defense to have to deal with.
You know what, guys? I mean, especially against a guy with his touch.
And that's the problem when you don't protect the ball.
Exactly. When you surrender the ball like that, you put your defense at a huge disadvantage.
Now here's DeRozan. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. Three-pointer. Count that one.
That's now 6 straight points off open threes. Get a hand up, fellas. Pay attention to the scouting report.
Well, you know how quickly things can go south when you start giving up wide open looks to this team.
Here is Wall. He's got 10. And stolen by Blair. And here comes the break. DeRozan is guarded by Johnson. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
They're just trying to get out and outrun their opponent. That's exactly what's happening.
And I like the way the game plan is working quite nicely right now. They're running right by him and racking up a bunch of fast break points.
And a change being made here for the sophomores. Gibson's checked in. And he makes the free throw. Here is Wall. A decent amount of time left as they try to find a way back into it.
Not time to panic yet, guys.
Steve?
Well, it will be soon if they don't cut into this lead quickly.
Now here's Wall. They trail by 11. He took good advantage of that screen. Wall's got 12.
Well, I think he's really willing his team on. Now, he's carrying it. He's doing it all. He's yet to miss a shot.
Another three, and we've just seen a barrage from long range here in the second half.
Well, they have come out blazing. And defensively, it's hard to deny that shot. I mean, that's a lot of ground to cover when a team spreads you out like they do.
And Cousins gets it to go.
You look at their scoring. Mid-range jumpers account for 6 of their last 10 points.
Well, defensively, they're doing a nice job of keeping them out of the paint, but you got to give them credit. They're knocking down shots.
Great open look there. 14 points for Wall.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
Here's Evans. Drops in the tray.
Well, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. Bring an extra defender and force somebody else to beat you.
I agree with you. Make him give it up.
And here's Fields. He's got 11. And Griffin backs in. There's the block. We've seen them struggle on the half-court offense.
Yeah, they seem to be disorganized to me, guys. I mean, out of sync, no rhythm or flow.
Steve, you're nodding your head. You agree?
Yeah, totally. When you don't get out on the break, Kevin, all of a sudden the game slows down, and if you don't get ball movement and player movement and find that half-court rhythm and pace, you're in some trouble.
Some changes for the sophomores. Dewan Blair, he's checked in for Ibaka. Jennings comes in for Tyreek Evans. And it's Holiday in for Steph Curry. Gary Neal's checked in for the rookies. Here's Neal. Top of the key. Good on the jump shot. 16 points for Wall.
Well, they've done a lot of their damage from mid-range here, guys. I mean, knocking down those shots with regularity.
Yeah, how about 8 of their last 10 points, guys, coming off that mid-range area jump shot. So, shows you don't have to be at the rim to score.
Money shot. And it's in off the backboard. Wall's got 10 points here in the second half. And here's Jennings outside. And the shot is good.
Man, offensive execution has been the story here. Just playing beautiful basketball.
And, guys, you can see it in their advantage in field goal percentage. I mean, you get high-quality shots, you're usually going to shoot well. They're playing outstanding basketball.
With the prospect of making a big lead even bigger.
Yeah, and they've got to jump at the chance to actually stretch this thing out even more.
Good point.
He got that one, but he hasn't been producing the way we're accustomed to. He needs to look for a shot a bit more.
Here's Wall. Gets the bucket from 20 feet away. Wall's got 20 points. Shot's good by Neal. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
Yeah, defensively, some really good pressure being applied, though, so you've got to give credit there. It seems like they've been rattled a little bit.
Steve, you think they've been rattled?
Oh, they're rattled all right, and turnovers will kill you, especially with a team like this that can force turnovers and get out in transition.
No one on him, and he makes the easy one. 7 points in the game.
Well, that's 3 of their last 5 baskets in transition.
Yeah, this team is really looking to get out and run.
You know, guys, this is what happens with him. All of a sudden, he can erupt from the floor.
From outside the arc, that's good. And so Wall with the assist. Wall's got 6 assists in the game.
Boy, just flying up and down the court. That's 9 straight points in transition.
No rest for the weary here. I mean, stay out of that popcorn. They're going up and down. The defense looking like they just ran a marathon and exhausted.
Here is Wall. Just 3 on the clock, and that one's good. Wall's got 22 points. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Yeah, so far in this one, he's played a different role than normal, but he's done a nice job as this team's playmaker here today.
And all of it's worked for the most part. I mean, he might not be known as a dime dropper, but after this game, he will be.
Sophomores lead by 13. And now let's send it to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, for our Sprite Spark of the game. Doris?
Kevin, it's the sophomores picking up the Sprite Spark for the stretch they put together. A big offensive outburst in the third period is what has them in the lead right now. There's still a lot of work to be done, and anything can happen.
Thanks, Doris. Clark, it was a scoring run that proved extremely important.
Yeah, Kevin, you know what? I think that's exactly when they grabbed this one by the throat, really seized control of it.
And you could see their energy just building as the game went on. And by the end of that run, they really took control of everything.
Now Holiday takes a three. Wall gets a hand on it. Taken away by Holiday. On the wing, Evans. Covered by Wall.
A lot of space out there in transition when you get that far away from the hoop.
Now the rookies with it. They trail by 16. Fields with the three. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got his 7th assist here tonight. Takes it right up. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Wall's got 16 here in the second half. Evans working against Fields. He gathers. Nice shot by Evans.
Boy, he's been good offensively tonight. I really like what I've seen.
Outside, Wall. Kicks to Griffin. He's covered by Matthews. Fades. And that one's good. Griffin.
You know, nice work getting inside that time. I mean, that's the spot where his height advantage is really going to pay off for him, and he used it.
And it's Evans missing. They're looking to trim the deficit to single digits. Wall dishes to Fields. Matthews covering. Matthews gets called for the reach. That's his first foul. Taj Gibson's checked in for the sophomores. The rookie's also making some changes. Derek Favors checked in for Griffin. And Wesley Johnson has subbed for Gary Neal. Here's Johnson. Nice move. And Gibson sends it down. But they get it back. Fields' shot is good.
We've seen some great shooting from him today. They've got to lean on him a little bit more.
Jennings for three. That's good.
I think they're trying to go for the kill here. I mean, they're starting to take a lot more three-point shots than they had been before, looking to run away.
Yeah, and that's fine as long as you're making them, but make sure you don't start launching bad shots. That's a problem.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Poked away. For three. Gets the bucket.
My goodness, he's knocking down everything he looks at.
The rookies call timeout.
He wants to make a few adjustments out there, and he's running through those with his team right now.
And some changes here for the sophomores. Tawan Blair, he's checked in for Gibson. Matthews comes in for Brandon Jennings. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Drew Holiday. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yes, guys, Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team. He was far from happy in the huddle and asked his players, why are we not taking care of the basketball? Don't keep forcing passes where there's no lane. We are wasting possessions. And it has to stop.
You know, you get better elevation with the one-hand dunk, and it's the most basic of all. Keep it simple.
And probably the most reliable.
Yeah, hard to mess that one up.
Curry outside, gets it to go. Curry's got 29.
That's 9 straight points coming off 3 three-pointers. The defense just getting shelled.
Steve, the threes are killing him. I think they've got to find a way to chase him off the three-point line.
Ibaka gets the reach-in call. That's his first foul. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for the rookies. Griffin comes in for Wesley Johnson. Here is Wall. And Curry picks him up defensively. Lets the three fly. And Landry Fields with the three. Fields has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
He's really shouldering the load for his team right now. That's what leadership is about. He's looking to help his team cut into this deficit.
Here's Evans. Fields covering. Fires the three. Rebound, rookies.
I like that. Trying to respond to that last three-pointer, but he couldn't get it to go.
And he finishes nicely on the layup. Fields has got 23 points.
He has so much offensive imagination. Always seems like he's ready to try something new.
And Evans the basket on the assist by Curry. 25 points for Tyreke Evans. Time running out for the rookies. A 12-point game. Fields with the three. That is good.
He's really come out this quarter saying, give me the ball. I'm taking over. I'm demanding the ball. And you know what? He's delivered a tremendous performance this quarter.
Now here's Curry. The tray. And the shot is good. Curry's got 12 points in just the second half.
And they add to this lead, trying to close this game out.
I think it would take a lot of luck and maybe then some. I mean, might be time to pack this thing in.
And the rejection by Ibaka. Curry passes to Matthews. A three ball. And yes, sir, that one drops.
That's a dagger. That will probably finish this game.
Yeah, it's over, Steve. Convincing closeout.
18 feet away. Wall. That's good. Guys, they have a really solid lead at this point.
You know, definitely that's the case. I mean, there hasn't been much resistance at all.
Looks like it's over. Double-digit margin, clock running down. Just take care of the ball now.
Yep, it's a simple equation. This one's over. Use the clock and take care of the arm.
And he gets it to go from the high post.
Now, they probably needed more of this earlier, guys. I don't think there's enough time left to get back into the game.
Guys, this is really a case of too little too late, but at least it gives them something to work off of going into the next game.
Here's Wall. Clark with the basket here. He'd break 30 points.
Boy, this is what you call a big boy performance, guys. I mean, he's showing you everything he's got.
Man, the defense has just no answer right now.
What marksman? Their backcourt has set the tone for their whole squad.
Now a timeout called by the sophomores. They're ahead by 12. 26 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And some changes here for the sophomores. Gibson comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's DeRozan in for Wesley Matthews. Here's Curry. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game time. Evans. Blocked. And DeRozan kicks to Blair. Evans outside. Hits the three-point bomb.
Nice offensive play there, and this one's pretty much in the books, guys.
Yeah, I agree. You know what? It was a very good showing from them to come away with the win. I was very impressed.
Fast break. Here we go. It's Curry outside. That's good.
It's been a humongous fourth quarter for him, especially from long range. He's in a groove, and that tray of his has just been dead.
And so the sophomores take this one by a big margin. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dreamlike games for a coach.
And so that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan for our 2K Sports Crew saying thanks for joining us for the rookie-sophomore game here at All-Star Weekend. As we end with the Jordan Player of the Game.